Aoi
風が
今
夢のドアを叩いても
でも私
私だけを
ただ見
ただ見つめて微
微笑
笑ん
んで
で
る
る
あ
あな
なた
た
Who are you people?
Well, on that delightful note, hello and welcome to AnimuOutsiders. I'm Darcy from AnimeArchived, and today joining me is Michael from GoatJesus,
Hi, I'm from Cheesy.
Nino from Anime Editorial,
Hello everyone, konnichiwa minasan, was good.
Shut up.
and Justin from DraconisMarch VII.
No.
DraconisMarch, what?
What am I doing here?
What are you doing here? Did you kick crabs and fall down from the roof or something?
What are we doing here?
Do you even exist?
Oh my god, this is like, I haven't heard this much philosophy since Madoka 3.
So, what have you guys been watching recently?
Well, I've been watching Space Battleship Yamato, 2199. I also watched the first movie of Kara no Kyoukai. I also watched Noragami, which is the new anime made by Studio Bones, which is alright, And I've also been watching Space Dandy, motherfucker, Space Dandy, bitch, Space Dandy, yeah!
Dandy.
It seems like just a fun show. Like it's gonna be really awesome, I think, in terms of entertainment value. I mean, because to be honest, I really liked the way that Champloo was in terms of the entertainment value. It was a very entertaining show, and it eventually developed into something more than that as the show went on. And so I'm hoping Space Dandy will do the same thing. So,
Yeah.
what are you thinking of Space Dandy?
It's the second coming of Christ, and it's going to absolve all of your sins, and it is here to save anime. That's exactly what Space Dandy is here for. No, I'm just.
You
I'm
mean
just messing around.
like Kill la Kill?
Can we not discuss Kill la Kill, please? Can we not do that? Can we?
Okay, well, I'll let you off the hook this time.
Anyway, yeah. Space Dandy, it's pretty good. First episode, I like it.
Space Dandy is just like, it's Space Dandy. I don't know really how to describe it other than it's Space Dandy.
I just love the ending. It's like, and everyone dies. The end.
This sounds like a show I need to try out.
I love that. And then it's just like, I thought we were dead. No, it's fine.
On a very random change of subject, Jimmy, you said you saw the first Kara no Kyoukai movie. What did you think of it?
I quite liked it. Because Kara no Kyoukai, I know you're meant to take a different meaning depending on who's watching it, but the way I saw it was, the first movie was a lot about perception and how you perceive things and how you see things, and like I like the idea, the dichotomy between what you see and what your vision is. So it's like what you see is dictated by what your brain decides to perceive. So it's not necessarily what your eyes are able to pick up. So it's like they played that into the story as well, depending on the blind girl and how the world she saw was different than what, like, the world she saw was different in terms of what she was actually doing to other people and deciding to end other people's lives. It's, you know, I don't understand how the rules of magic and shit and everything works in this universe yet, but like,
You never will.
there's 7 movies, so I guess I'll try and infer something.
You gotta read the novels because adaptation decay.
Like, seriously, I was talking with Holden the other day, and he was explaining this stuff to me about the 5th Kara no Kyoukai film. He's just like, Kirei, the Kirei person who looks just like Kirei Arya, or Araya, or however you pronounce it, he was like, he made this spiral thing because apparently the magic works in a way that you have to distribute it evenly on both sides, and so you can't actually know what side you're at while being in this. That's why there's like a giant spiral staircase in the 5th movie, was because it placates into the rules of the magic of the world. But the thing is that the movie never explained that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to see how the movie, you know, lacks in explanation, because I mean, on a pure sensory level, the films look brilliant. The films look really nice. Like the fact that Ufotable did this in like 2009 and Fate Zero was done in 2011, and the fact that they look so similar, the fact that they've consistently been this good for this long, I actually really like that. It just shows that they're a pretty good studio, and they have been a pretty good studio for a while.
I mean, they've got a lot of shaders, but their base animation is pretty poor, especially in action sequences. You'll see that more in the 2nd film and the 5th movie especially, and I realized that they had a budget that they needed to drag out for the 5th movie, seeing as that was a lot longer than the other ones, and they had about the same money for that one. But I mean, they know how to balance it fairly well, but I'm not a huge fan of the shader style in general.
Yeah, I agree. I paused on a few sections of Kara no Kyoukai, and I have to say the base animation was pretty hilarious.
Like Kay and Capellion. What do you think of those kinds of anime?
Kay's got some very nice camera angles, especially when it came to, you know that one scene with, like, the skateboard? But, yeah, I like the rainbow effect it's got on everything, too. It was good, yeah.
Don't forget about Marduk Scramble, which is brilliant looking, except they have that stupid film grain over it for some reason.
Oh yeah, that's the movie that Gohans did. Yeah, I think I saw a trailer for that a couple years ago.
Actually, Kara no Kyoukai has a film grain all over it. I was watching it and realizing this as I was going through the movies, but it was just like, whoa, that's weird. It has a film grain to sort of obscure a lot of the things. Maybe was that just part of my torrent, or is that actually part of the film?
Which torrent did you? Well, I mean, I'm not about to start, advocating getting torrents because that's dangerous and that's bad. You little children. That's very
no,
illegal.
that's I'm sorry. I meant my stream. I was inaccurate. My stream
So which stream did you use? Which
I
quote-unquote stream?
I used a legal one.
You used the legal one.
The legal one.
Which will not be
named because we all know it's not on Crunchyroll. So if it's legal and it's not Crunchyroll, it's just the legal one. All right, yeah.
Secret Netflix.
Secret Netflix. It's the Netflix that actually has all of anime. It's got all the secret anime that you've never seen before. Nichijou season 2, Haruhi season 3. It's got.
Dude, I've already seen the disappearance of Nagato.
Oh,
kind
dude,
of pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yo,
it's on Secret Netflix.
Exactly, yeah, Secret Netflix. Exactly. Yo, here's a little plug for Secret Netflix, everyone. Yeah, like. I watch all my prohibited anime from there.
Like, legitimately, go watch Vampainter and Time Reaper on there. Those shows are fucking
exactly. Yeah, like if you've never been able to find an anime on the internet before and you've tried really hard, just go on Secret Netflix. You'll find it. So, Michael, what have you been watching?
I've been watching Bakemonogatari, but I think I've mentioned that before.
We had a discussion about that. We had a discussion actually. Like, yeah.
Yes.
What do you think of it? What do you think of it?
Tell us your honest thoughts.
I'm disliking it a lot so far, to be honest, because the thing is that I'm really not captivated by any specific thing besides the artwork, which is legitimately amazing. But the characters I find I'm not a huge fan of Senju Gahara or Araragi. I know a lot of people are huge Senju Gahara fans, and perhaps they'll flesh that out later on.
Senju Gahara is a bitch.
Yes, Darcy. She is a bitch.
She's a massive bitch.
Dude, just citing that Senju Gahara is a bitch is like saying, oh, Asuka is a bitch. Like, you have to look beyond what she does. Like, Senju Gahara, she's an entertaining character, though. She's, like, the way she acts and the way...
I feel as though, at least if we count Bakemonogatari as being a standalone, because I'm really not too familiar with Nisemonogatari and I haven't seen second season, Senju Gahara was kind of just really emotionless and bland, and the only trait she really had was that she was a terrible person. There's no real justification for why, she's the way she is, at least in Bakemonogatari, so I feel in Bakemonogatari, Senju Gahara was kind of just really boring and unlikable. Also, Bakemonogatari is really fun to say. You guys should try it sometime.
I was just gonna say that the pacing of the show is pretty awful, and the subject matter that they talk about, while a lot of people say that it's clever, and I'll give it that, it's got some puns and it's got some jokes that I personally, just because humor is subjective, I guess, I don't find them to be very funny. I actually find a lot of the conversations to be immature a lot of the time, especially the second arc was about virginity.
A lot of it's about virginity. Like 17 minutes.
Come off it. Nah, most of the stuff they talk about in Bakemonogatari isn't necessarily just pointless stuff. The thing about Bakemonogatari is they'll start off with something that seems pointless, and then they'll round it back in a really non sequitur way. Each conversation that's in the series is made in order to build off the characters' like relationships with each other. You start seeing this a lot more in like. Wait, what episode are you on? Like, are you?
I'm on episode 9.
On episode 9, you start seeing this a lot. You should. I mean, can I remember everything happening about Bakemonogatari?
I'm gonna finish the series before making any final statements. I'm just giving my personal impressions right now.
Yeah.
But It's really, really difficult for me to get through even one episode. The pacing is done in such a way where I literally want to read everything, and so I keep pausing it, and I think that extends the runtime of the show significantly.
The thing about this, you wouldn't believe it, but I watched all of Bakemonogatari in one day.
Yeah, no, I can't believe that. That would be torture, I think.
I've heard that it's a terrible show to marathon.
What were you entertained by it though? I mean, like, what was entertaining? Because there's not much action at this point where I'm at. It's not even action. I mean events really. There's not many events. It's a lot of meandering.
Yeah, it's just talking. It's just the meandering, the fluff around it is what builds the show. It's what gives it a unique identity. There's no other show that will have two characters talking about eating patterns.
Hey, Tsukasa, which end of a chocolate cornet do you eat first? Huh?
And building off character relationship with that.
The thing is, all the conversations feel like those middle sections in visual novels, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'll agree. The thing about it is, it's weird the fact that they even adapted this into an anime, because Bakemonogatari was literally just it's what happens. Bakemonogatari is what happens when writers just say, fuck it, I'm just gonna just write random dialogue, and it's just gonna be pages and pages of two characters talking about nothing. And as unappealing as that sounds, it made for really good writing. And Nisio Isin, when he didn't even want this to be released, but when it was released, a lot of people really did find it captivating, and it really does work as an anime.
It's not really working that much for me right now, but I'll see where it goes. I can appreciate when things experiment, and so I definitely like the edge that it's going for. I just wish that they were talking about more interesting, engaging things, because the conversations aren't, like, as you said that they lead up to something, but I don't see that at all.
All of the events correspond around Araragi getting like a certain apparition or demon out of one of the girls. It's basically just about him trying to Scooby-Doo most of these demons out of the characters.
I mean, like, I've seen that kind of idea executed better in something like Natsumi Yuujinchou. Like, I enjoy that show more than I enjoy this show, and that one's also slow.
That also sounds like Mushishi.
It also sounds like Mushishi, yeah.
Except it's not like a, how can I put this? I like Mushishi, so don't take this the wrong way, but it's not a bedtime anime, if you get what I mean. Like, Mushishi is very much a bedtime anime, because the pacing is so sluggish that you can't...
But Bakemono's pacing is also pretty sluggish.
Bake is also not a bedtime anime, though, because it's so dialogue intensive. It's not nearly as bad as Mushishi.
Yeah, so you have to pay attention.
Now, is it aimed at the pantsuit demographic? Because it seems like one of those things.
Nisei is.
Nisei to a degree. One thing I've noticed about Shaft is they know how to play to both demographics. They know how to play to the pantsu crowd and to the art fags. Like, they know how to play to the artsy people and to the people who just want moe pandering crap. So
I don't see how it's like artsy aside from the actual art itself.
Then let's look at something like Madoka Magica. That show is literally so difficult to pin down as whether or not this is for the pantsu demographic or for the artsy crowd.
Actually, it's pretty easy to pin down though, because there's like no pandering at all.
I was gonna say,
except for the third movie, but fuck that movie. That's bullshit.
Let's just pretend that didn't happen.
I actually quite like the third movie.
Whoa.
That's because your name is Jimmy.
the first time we talked, you said that you didn't like the third Madoka movie.
No, I didn't say I didn't like it. I said it was it was odd, but it's really giant in scale, and it's trying to be a lot of things, and it fails at a lot of the things it's trying to be. But I didn't find it terrible.
Okay. It does not have the characters to support the movie. It just doesn't.
Yeah, the characters throughout the movie seem like they can be replaced with one another. The only ones that really mattered were Madoka and Homura, and Madoka kind of felt like a cameo more than anything. Also, the random religious parallels kind of seem quite pretentious, and you can kind of see why I don't think this is a very good film, right?
Now, here's the thing about the Madoka movie in contrast to the original series. The original series set up these characters, and they were in fact one-dimensional in a lot of ways. Mami was the lonely one, Homura the obsessive one, Madoka the indecisive one, Saika the virtuous one, etc., etc. And I think the reason why the series worked in the first place was because you had these one-dimensional characters with this one asset to them, and watch them spiral down in this world and suffer because of it. But in the Madoka movie, there's really no place for them to develop aside from Homura, and so you just have Homura who matters within the film, and nobody else. And I don't think that's very good. Well, I guess it works for some people, but not for me anyway.
The whole movie was about Homura coming to both trying to come to terms with and to combat her fate. Like, the whole movie was about Homura saying, "I want to be with Madoka, but I also have to accept that what Madoka did to save the world was needed." But then in the end, she chooses to be selfish and choose to recreate the world in the image she wants.
Spoiler alert, fuck.
It's a podcast about anime. Spoilers ahoy.
Too late.
Can you feel the tension between Jimmy and Justin?
Is it sexual?
No, it's not.
Now back to Madoka 3.
She chooses to recreate the world in the image she wants, and that's the point of contention for a lot of people.
Before the ending, I was very confused. Like, what is going on here? And it's also very boring as well.
I know what Darcy's talking about, that last action scene. You don't know what the hell's going on. What's at stake? What's at stake here?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because you don't necessarily know exactly who. Number one, in the third Madoka movie, there's no villain. I've come to, like, after seeing it twice, I think I've come to the, like, conclusion that there is actually no villain in that movie. They've shown that Kyubey doesn't have any reign over doing anything to the girls at that point. Because Madoka is still Godoka, so she, at least for the beginning, so she was still out of touch from whatever Kyubey could have done. Homura was like, before she becomes Satan, is that what she becomes? I'm so confused.
Homucifer? Yeah.
She calls herself a devil.
Before she becomes like the devil, I guess. If you wanna end the series and go balls out with it, I like how balls out they went with it.
But this is not an end. This is a sequel setup.
It totally is a setup, and I kind of doubt, even if Akiyuki Shimbo is not going to be part of it, even if Geno Urobuchi is not going to be part of it, the franchise will continue because it made money. Even if it's not going to be a sequel to this, it's going to be a spin-off. But this was set up for something.
It was tacked on as something that didn't need anything else, and then it's set up for more.
Maybe they were trying to go for an end of Eva.
Shut up!
Oh my god, heard that so many times.
I also hear that quite a bit.
I'm not saying it in a way that, oh, it's trying to be a masterpiece, guys, just give it a check. No, I'm just saying maybe Shimbo wanted to make End of Eva when he made this movie, and that's the reason it turned out so weird, and that's the reason it's turning out so divisive. Because maybe after years and years of us, rewatching this movie, we'll be able to figure out, and maybe there was a point to all of this, and Shimbo knew what he was doing, but. That's because that's exactly what End of Eva did to the anime fandom, and you guys both know that.
Okay, no, the thing is that like anybody can pick up on what End of Evangelion really means. There's nothing really attached to that. Sure, the community, the masses as a whole, their opinions will change like they did for Metal Gear Solid 2. There's always people who play things, watch things, do any of that stuff, who pick up on these things. And yeah, they're called the crazy ones, but still, like, but for me personally, having seen the film, it does not say anything whatsoever about anything that I think is important. End of Evangelion said clearly in the dialogue what the movie was about, and I'm puzzled how people still are confused about that movie. It's really not confusing.
Anyway, so like...
I love how you just moved on.
So what else have you been watching, Michael?
What?
Because this podcast will turn into a Madoka Movie 3 podcast real quick if someone doesn't move this on. So
yeah, I know. Let's tell Jimmy how wrong he is about this movie.
So, Michael, what have you been watching? Well, besides Bakemonogatari.
What you're wrong about?
Besides Bakemonogatari, I checked out Kaiji Season 2 recently, which was actually pretty disappointing.
I hear it's quite slower.
It's a lot slower. The ending is not a very good ending either. The ending to the original show...
The end.
It's a spoiler. People haven't seen it.
His face at the end of the series was beautiful. They drew that face perfectly. Not only was it the pain of like loss, it was just the realization of what he had lost. That's how you are able to like put subtle details into like just drawings. That's how far animation can go as a medium. Like just those little things can make a difference.
That's one of the things that actually matter in the big pictures in terms of visuals.
Yeah, well, I'm actually working on a Kaiji review, and a lot of people say that Kaiji is fucking ugly. And you know what? I'd be inclined to agree to some extent.
Oh, is it just because Kaiji looks like Adrian Brody?
It's just because Kaiji has a fucking pointy nose is what it is.
He's like a snowman, isn't he?
The characters are very expressive.
Yeah.
It's fucking great how expressive they are, and you really get a feel for all the emotions. And some of those moments hits super hard in that show because of just the emotional impact of seeing these characters and the way that they look and how they're expressing, and the voice acting is fucking incredible, especially from Kaiji himself.
So basically, just get over the nose and you're good.
Get over the nose and you're good, because it's a great thriller. The only thing
It's a bit hard to get over. It's pretty large.
Oh,
I mean, it's kind of like getting someone to watch Trigun. If you can get over the sporty 90s animation, you can watch a really interesting series.
well, that's about anything old, really. People say, it's like, I don't want to watch Ava because it's fucking ancient and all that sort of stuff.
Now listen up, you whippersnappers. I've been watching anime since Battleship Yamato was called Star Blazers, and I'll tell you what, did all they use with your CGI animation and you're not using cellulose. Not to be the old man telling everyone like you should watch old shit, but don't just write something off just because it looks a bit different.
There are some things in terms of narrative that are dated. For instance, Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind is a pretty dated movie in a lot of concepts.
Yeah, I'm the same guy who said you shouldn't watch Akuna Hana because Akuna Rotoscope looks pretty dreadful. But at least I watched it.
Wait! You told people not to watch Akuna Hana because of the rotoscope?
No, I said not to watch Akuna Hana because it looks bad.
Because the show itself, with its content, looks bad.
I couldn't stomach the first few episodes. Since I keep getting told it turns into some kind of really, really good drama piece later on, I'll try it. But as it is, first impressions weren't really good.
Well, I personally really liked Akuna Hana. I think it's a great character piece, to be honest.
And again, I mean, I do like Tatami Galaxy so far.
You've been watching Tatami Galaxy?
Yeah, so visuals aren't always what turns me off a show.
It's basically just a Shaft style done better. They do such a really good job capturing visual metaphors and keeping the audience engaged with lots of dialogue. And oh my god, I just realized that Tatami Galaxy is basically really good Bakemonogatari.
You just realized that Tatami Galaxy and Bakemonogatari are similar? Well, congratulations.
Except Tatami Galaxy is actually good.
Those are fighting words, young man.
Yeah, well, you haven't finished Tatami, but I haven't finished Bake, so...
Exactly. So, we are at an impasse. Anyway, Darcy, what are you watching?
Well, recently I haven't actually been watching very much anime. I mean, I watched the first episode of Space Dandy, but mostly I've been watching dramas for some reason.
Because drama is cool.
Korean dramas or Dirty J dramas?
Korean.
Of course. Superior dramas.
Well, yeah, they have better acting and better cinematography and better pretty much everything.
Yeah, I actually showed Darcy Oldboy recently.
Really?
That was actually pretty good. Guess the ending. Liked it.
Don't watch the American one. The American one is pretty bad.
So I've heard.
I hear it's a lot dumber, isn't it? Less subtle.
It's literally just a shoot for shoot retread of the Korean one. I mean, I know I shouldn't say this because Spike Lee's the only good black director ever, because let's not talk about Tyler Perry. But really, Spike Lee needs to step his game up when it comes to this kind of shit, because that movie was dull, like really, like.
Doesn't exactly work, especially in the setting. I mean, this is a Korean film.
What else have you been watching, Darcy?
Honestly, nothing really. Actually, I started watching I Hear Your Voice, which on my drama list is ranked number 2 for dramas.
Wait. Is there a My Drama list?
Yeah, my drama list. It's like my anime list, but it's my drama list. Pretty good.
Oh!
But yeah, I Hear Your Voice. It's alright. It's decently entertaining, but the characters' motivations never make sense, and in general, the characters are pretty flat. I mean, you have like a chick who's just like, I'm scared, now I'm not scared, and I'm a lawyer who stalks this chick, and another guy who stalks this chick, but it's only romantic for the hot one. Yeah.
I totally understand what this is about
Don't
now.
you feel enlightened, Justin?
I must watch this show right now!
Oh, I know what I've been watching. I also rewatched The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, but the sequel, the drama version, and that is surprisingly really well shot, especially for a Japanese film.
What? That's a drama?
We're
What?
not talking about The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. We're talking about the sequel, Time Traveler, The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. The thing is, like, it's a live-action sequel to a live-action movie that was actually made before the animated version by Mamoru Hosoda.
Yeah, so the ending is slightly different well, actually the beginning of Time Traveler, because the original had a slightly different ending than the anime version, but you don't really have to watch it because it's only slightly different, and you can pick up all the changes when you start Time Traveler. It's good. Recommend it.
Time Traveler, The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. Yeah, definitely recommended. It actually has a really good romance, some really, really good pacing.
An amazing atmosphere. I mean, don't you,
Great
Michael,
atmosphere.
don't you just want to go chill with these people in this world? Like, chill
Yeah, no,
is
exactly. It makes me want to go to the 70s.
I know.
It's just like... It's like, wow, I never thought that I'd want to go to Japan
in the 70s.
circa 1970s.
It's not even a film about time travel, really, or even romance. It's mostly based around, well, I guess making films or making like B movies.
It's a period piece that like it's a tribute to B movies and tribute to 70s movies.
Yeah, the ending gets a lot of people the feels. But Justin, what have you been watching?
Okay, I'm gonna start with the most controversial one first. Cowboy Bebop. I'm going to request that Jimmy be quiet until I finish saying what I'm gonna say.
I'm not saying shit. I'm just waiting for you to finish.
Okay.
Go for it, Justin, before he changes his mind.
So far, I'm not seeing where the hype is coming from. Characters are very meh. It's episodic, which I don't think works in favor of the show at all. Would have been better with a continuous plot from beginning to end. But I guess that the episodic format allows it to cover things, a bunch of different ideas and stuff that it wouldn't normally be able to.
I think that's actually something that works quite well with this series, because I know a lot of Bebop is just like, but there are some episodes and moments that are actually really good. I particularly like the ending, but there are also a lot of other episodes scattered throughout.
Thank you, Darcy, for cosplaying Jimmy. You can let Justin finish.
Okay, the name's DraconisMarchVII. Call me Nino, call me Jimmy. I've been known to sell our tickets in imaginary cities.
Is that a real thing? Is that a video on YouTube that I need to watch?
Happy holidays. He's about to blow like someone took the pin off the grenade. Different rapping style and it's better than your favorite. Download, torrent, stream, right click and save that shit. I'm everything you.
Finish what you're saying, Justin. I've been nice and I've let you just finish what you're saying. Come on.
So, the characters are kind of fun, I guess, but there's no depth at all yet. Well, actually, the most recent episode that I watched actually was the only one so far that actually had side characters, the one-off episodic characters that I actually cared about a little bit. And I was surprised. It was the one about the siblings with the plant. The sister has a condition where she can't see. People say that it gets better in the last 5 episodes, but if that's the case, then it's only the last 5 episodes that are outstandingly good. So that doesn't account for the other, 20 episodes.
What I would have to say to that is, Cowboy Bebop is overrated, I guess?
Controversial!
Hey, contrary to popular belief, I don't really care that much about Cowboy Bebop. It's not terrible. It does a lot of things well. It's a very good series. But I feel like Samurai Champloo surpasses it in loads of ways. Samurai Champloo, for example, is able to have a cast of characters who you're able to connect with and feel are a family, as opposed to the crew of the Bebop who just seem to be people going along with each other. Cowboy Bebop also, the episodic nature, is a detriment to the series, whereas in Samurai Champloo, since the end goal of Samurai Champloo is so set in stone, you just know that they're not gonna get there easily, so they're able to just meander off and do whatever they want. So it's like there's loads of things that they set up in a much better, more coherent way in Samurai Champloo than they do in Cowboy Bebop. Plus, I like swords and not guns, so I guess,
The thing about, Cowboy Bebop, at least in my opinion, I think that Cowboy Bebop, when it does hit hard, it hits really hard, because the characterization it can be really subtle, and it can be really impressive sometimes. More so than in Samurai Champloo, but I think Samurai Champloo is a more enjoyable show overall to watch. I'd rather sit down and watch Samurai Champloo again than watch Cowboy Bebop. I do think that Cowboy Bebop had its moments.
Well, Bebop has a lot of moments and episodes. It's not the entirety that's really enjoyable. But, as you were saying, when it hits, it hits.
A lot of the filler episodes are really weird. It feels really weird because there's this zombie clown episode, and you'll see that what I'm talking about.
Oh no! Don't diss the zombie clown episode. That episode was cool as shit. I love that episode.
Whatever. Okay, what about the fridge one and the mushroom one? I mean, these are.
The fridge one with the fridge one with the alien thing. That was cool as shit too. Those are two of the coolest episodes in the series.
Okay, Jimmy. I'm just gonna say this right now because. Saying that it's cool doesn't mean that it's good.
Okay, understand Jimmy etymology right now. Cool means good when I say it.
Oh.
I don't mean cool means, well made. I don't necessarily mean cool as in when I want to say cool as in cool, I say either badass or banging or tight or some other urban youth slang that I could use to substitute for the word cool. But yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway,
Oh, Jimmy.
Jimmy.
That's a good sitcom.
Such a
Oh,
rascal.
Jimmy. Didn't do.
Such a
Everybody
rascal.
hates Jimmy, the new sitcom, brought to you by Podtaku.
Yeah, Cowboy Bebop. It's a very, very overhyped series, but then again, it's old and it's well made, and it was one of the first dubs that people liked. So I mean, of course, it's gonna get overhyped, and it does meet it. I mean, people have overhyped good shows before, Attack on Titan being one.
Okay, you're wrong.
Justin, don't say anything.
You said Justin didn't have to say anything, so Attack on Titan kinda sucks.
The Attack on Titan it's an okay show. It's mediocre even, but it definitely, the hype killed it, I think, for a lot of people.
The only thing is, I stopped watching Attack on Titan not because I've read the manga before anyone else, and
Before anyone else.
I know, hipster alert, whatever. Like before a lot of other people got into it. But the thing is, I lost interest in the series right around, like, it was coincidental. I don't mean this because everyone else started liking it, but around the time everyone else started liking Attack on Titan is when I dipped off. A show that's mediocre, that's overhyped, is obviously Sword Art Online.
That is ass
No,
tier.
that's
Sword Art
a
Online
bad
is
show.
bad.
By the way, Justin, you've got some work to do this year.
Oh yeah, it's coming.
You've got
It's coming.
you've got a job again.
I've been unemployed basically all this time.
After about a year's hiatus, Justin has a job again.
Welcome back, Justin.
Sword Art Online 2, Gale, Ging, Gun.
Gun Gale Online. The return of the Fat Otaku voice.
That might have to happen some
Doesn't he
point.
play as a girl in the next series?
He looks like one, but he's
I
not.
was able to trick someone with the art. Like I showed him a picture and I was like, oh, those are two pretty cool looking chicks. And I was like, oh yeah, like, so where's Kirito? And I'm like, he's on the page. Like, wait, is it the girl with the long hair? Is that Kirito? Is he playing as a girl? No, he's still a guy. Like, but he looks like, I know.
I know, man. I know.
I know.
Nino.
I Nino.
My favorite part was the promotional video that was half ass.
Oh my god, that was
Brilliant.
great.
It was like me. I was like, huh, sniper with a nice ass, with ass shots. Raw, fight the power.
Jimmy, did that get your drill to pierce the heavens?
Shut up, Darcy. Stop referencing songs that I may or may not have made.
Shonen Action up to 11.
Stop referencing.
Stop embarrassing me for
It's alright,
my
Jimmy.
mistakes.
If I were a rapper, I'd be looking at you like I never heard of Jay before.
Anyway, so yeah, like the promotional thing for Sword Art Online 2, I was like, I'm only going to watch it because it looks cool, because it looks bad, because it looks badass. Like, Kirito's got a lightsaber. That's entertaining.
Apparently, he's the only one who has
To be
one.
honest, as when I saw it, I kind of screamed, ran around the room, bumped into the wall a few times, rolled around on the floor, then went up to my computer and typed in "SAO sucks" and have received 50 responses telling me to go fuck myself.
The instant I saw the second season trailer, the first thought I had was DraconisMarch has a job again. That's the first thing I thought. I was like,
I'm glad you think of me so much, Jimmy. I'm glad I'm such a part of your thoughts.
to be honest, you really did make the experience of watching SAO for a lot of people. Like, I would watch an episode, and then I would now watch your reaction to the episode, and it would really just be hilarious to watch. It would have been genuinely interesting to see. I mean, and more so with SAO than any other series. Like, even with your Oreimo reactions, which I wholeheartedly disagree with because I fucking love Oreimo.
Oh, if you're gonna say you disagree, you gotta bring up some points.
No, okay.
because-
Oreimo doesn't. I know how it's obviously a pandering show. There's no joke about it. But what's wrong with getting pandered to every now and then, huh? What's honestly?
Because of how freaking shameless and lowbrow everything is.
It's not even that lowbrow. There's not
It's
really.
pandering to the lowest common denominator.
Okay, just because it has a little sister who happens to love playing video games.
Who happens to be perfect in every fucking way. She's athletic and she's a model.
Where's my
and
popcorn?
She's smart academically.
Michael, pass me
Yeah,
some popcorn.
isn't it? No, it's kind of bordering on the lines of parody to a degree. Obviously, the show has to be self-aware if it knows it's putting Kirino in such a high spot, plus making her a tsundere.
No, it does not. It does not have to be self-aware. Why do you think that?
It's one of those things where you can't be that dumb, or you can't have a story that silly.
But you can, though. Sword Art Online exists. This is proof. I have proof. Look over there. It's right there. I'm looking at it. It's right there. It's fan fiction, basically. This is fan fiction that gets a budget and is animated and is shown on TV.
The difference between Sword Art Online and Oreimo is that Sword Art Online, number one, is just absolute dreck. Like just on the surface of it. Like
I thought you said it was mediocre.
No. It's mediocre, but it's the thing that pushes the story.
bad.
The story is dreck. The thing that pushes it up to being mediocre is like the visuals and the fight scenes. That's all.
No, it doesn't.
Those aren't even
They
good.
reuse fight animations.
They do. They reused Starburst Stream for Kaiba's battle and passed it off as just normal animation.
Yes, they did, but.
Did you see the recap episode?
The only thing that really looks good about Sword Art Online is the backgrounds.
Look at episode 20. Look at episode 20. Yeah, episode 20 when he fights the salamander dude.
Oh, the stretchy one.
That was just exaggerated animation. That's a basic technique that they use a lot of the time. It's not necessarily terrible. Look, Sword Art Online is better than a lot of bad anime. Okay, it's better than a lot of bad anime. It's not the second coming of Satan. Okay.
No, yeah, it is though.
I wouldn't be surprised if there were things that were worse, but recently that's been pretty bad.
What would you say is worse than Sword Art Online within the past 10 years?
Within the past 10 years,
Yes.
Mars of Destruction.
Mars of Destruction is far more enjoyable than Sword Art Online.
Yeah, I agree. The plot twist at the end, come on, dude. It's genius. Come on.
What is this?
You only don't like it as much as Sword Art Online because you didn't understand it. It's too deep for you.
Oh my god. Too deep for me.
It was meant to reflect humanity as a whole.
Oh my god, too deep for me. Also, let me think of another anime within the past 10 years.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, there's lots of worse, less entertaining anime. Strike the Blood, for example. Strike the Blood came out last season. Strike the Blood is horrible.
Did it get as much hype?
Like, loads of stuff that's genuinely bad is usually hyped. I mean, let's look at Call of Duty, for example. Let's look at God of War. Let's look at let's look at loads of crap. Just Transformers. Everything about Tyler Perry. Loads of genuinely terrible things are loved and adored by.
And for Sword Art Online, that's the anime equivalent. It is the Call of Duty. It is the Transformers of anime.
Yeah, basically Asuna is Megan Fox.
Oh my god.
Kirito is Shia LaBeouf.
Oh my.
Can we have a live-action Sword Art adaptation?
I think we just became casting directors for the live-action Sword Art Online.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
I think
Can we get Gen Urobuchi to write it?
All right, Genrobuchi and Christopher Nolan both collaborate on a screenplay.
Oh
Brilliant.
my god.
Brilliant.
Directed by David Cage.
Overseen by M. Night Shyamalan. It's like,
Make it happen.
Now, the thing is, would you want that on your like portfolio though? Would you?
what, Sword Art Online, the live action film?
Then again, you can make a good movie out of anything. You can make a good anime out of anything.
Rock, paper, scissors, Kaiji, fucking incredible considering the concept.
They made a better anime out of Sword Art Online than Sword Art Online. Log Horizon.
I haven't seen Log Horizon, so I have no idea.
You haven't seen Log Horizon? I mean, yeah, the first few episodes are a bit draggy, but it doesn't have the same like bounce as the first episodes of Sword Art Online did. It's kind of inverse. It's really inverse. As Sword Art Online started, like it looked like it had a lot of premise. Log Horizon, I thought it was gonna be dreadful from the first few episodes. But then, as it kept going, it gets actually very interesting, and it goes in a different direction than the clusterfuck that was Sword Art Online. But it also has a much better main character. The main character isn't Jesus' second coming. He isn't absolutely all powerful.
So he's not generic self-insert blank slate. Okay.
He has glasses.
He has glasses.
Glasses guy. He's
Glasses guy means de facto main character shonen self-insert bullshit. No, but no. I mean, no. It gets better after a few episodes, and it becomes actually very interesting, especially when they discuss how all the other countries' servers are involved. It gets very,
Oh my god! I watched the first episode of Imouto.
What the hell is that?
Oh my god!
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
That's the new little sister piece of shit, incest, whatever, not really incest. Dodge the bullet. Phew. Shit. It's fan fiction tier garbage. You can just read the synopsis on Mall, or I'll read it for you. In the romance comedy, a girl named Mitsuki Kanzaki lives with her stepbrother Yuya after her mother remarried. One day, Mitsuki is possessed by the self-proclaimed spirit of a young girl, Hiyori Kotobuki. Hiyori, in Mitsuki's body, must fall in love with Yuya to move toward the gates of heaven.
It sounds terrible.
Are you fucking serious right now? Are we actually talking about? Are we talking about a real thing?
I think I'm serious. I think I'm serious.
Why does every studio start off doing harem shit? Like, why?
You don't need a setting other than school, and school, there's not many events happening in harems in terms of there's not really much action. There's not really anything going on. You don't need a high budget to do it. You don't need any skill. You don't need a good writer. You just need characters to go around talking.
Yeah, the most important thing is character designs. You gotta make them look sexy, and then people will buy
Big
it.
boobs. By the way, Hideaki Anno, he's totally wrong about hating otaku culture.
Can you please not? Can we not get into that discussion? Can we really not? We did this in private. Let's not air our dirty laundry.
That's fine, Jimmy.
I don't know, I'd wash it.
And I made that sound a lot worse than it's meant to.
I wouldn't wash your laundry, I'd wash my laundry.
I'd wash your laundry all day.
I would wash your laundry.
Wow, this is turning into a harem.
You two are weird.
The Jimmy harem. They're all drawn in by his sick rhymes.
But Michael and I are the one true pairing.
Okay, no.
The Jimmy harem. Every harem is Jimmy's first.
Wait, what?
I thought I was going to get through a video of Jimmy without hearing that joke, but apparently not. So, damn. Thanks for that.
You know what? I thought I was gonna get through a video with me in it without hearing that.
Okay, so I've been rewatching Nichijou with my girlfriend. It's pretty funny, still. I thought it was more moe the first time when I watch it, but it's not really.
Nichijou is funny.
It's not moe at all.
Yeah.
Nichijou is one of my favorite anime. It's one of my favorite anime. I was actually watching a couple episodes before I slept last night. Like it was still really good. I was just episode hopping because it doesn't really go in any order, so you can just watch any episode you want. It's really still a nice series.
I've been trying to ease my girlfriend into anime, and I thought Nichijou would work because she likes easy to understand stuff generally. I think.
Nichijou is pretty fucking hilarious too, so it's a good start, I think.
Yeah.
We're gonna stop pretending like we watch anime and just talk about boobs.
Boobs are okay.
Boobs are okay.
I'm more of an ass guy.
More of an ass man.
Yeah.
So is Dandy actually.
Thighs
Dandy's more of
are
an ass man,
cool.
too.
I like thighs.
Thighs,
Well,
yeah.
well, the thing is that when a girl has a good ass, they generally, not always, but generally have nice legs because exercise.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Yeah.
Generally.
So,
Any final words?
Don't write me any novels about Fate Zero ever again.
well, it's been good being with all of you today. I am someone who loves action anime and boobies, and I have the taste of a 14-year-old when it comes to anime. My favorite anime is Samurai Champloo.
You said it. we were
I
gonna
didn't
hold
say
that
that.
over your head now.
You said that. I just agree with it.
And finally, DraconisMarch of the Penguins. Any last words?
That was a good one, Darcy. I've actually never fucking heard that one. Imagine a dragon trying to carry a little baby penguin.
Well, now I'm Darcy from AnimeArchived. Don't step on snail legs, you may turn into a snail.
Yeah. We'll see you guys later.